Good evening, guys. Today is on Perfect Pitching, part 3 out of 4. Alright, so we're getting a little bit harder into genetics and the actual gene itself. So this might be for more medical experts, medical professionals, as opposed to some other episodes that I've came up with earlier that describes, the very basics that everybody understand. So I'm still learning as well myself, so let's learn together. RS3057, the single-nucleotide polymorphism, NSP, a tiny genetic variant at one position in the DNA sequence. In at least one genetic study, RS3057 was identified in a linkage scan on chromosome 8 at band 8q24.25, when researchers looked for regions associated with absolute pitch in families. That region was reported as a peak marker in that study's analysis. So, what gene is it near? There isn't one universally assigned gene for RS3057 because SNPs can be inside genes near them or in non-coding DNA. But there's what research suggests. Some researchers noted that RS3057 is near the ADCY8 gene, which encodes adenylate cyclase 8, a protein that's expressed in the brain and thought to have roles in cognitive processes. However, the SNP is not inside the main coding part of the ADCY8 gene. It's chromosome, and the physical distance between those two is quite large. Other work described RS3057 gene as being within an intronic, which is a non-coding region of the ASAP1 gene. ASAP1 gene encodes a protein involved in cellular processes like neuroplasticity. So does this mean RS3057 changes those genes? Well, not necessarily. Being near or within a gene in a big region doesn't mean it affects that region's function directly. Many SNPs are in non-coding portion of DNA and might influence regulation, which is how strongly a gene is turned on, rather than changing the protein sequence. So for RS3057, its functional effects, if any, are not well understood yet. That's kind of self-explanatory. So in summary, RS3057 is an SNP. It is not a gene. It's found in a genomic region linked to absolute pitch. It appears near the ADCY8 gene and within the intron of ASAP1 in a broader DNA region. However, no clear functional effect of simple gene trait cause has been established for the SNP. So, did ChatGPT hallucinate again? Okay, let's see. It says RS305 gene is not a gene and not a perfect pitch gene. It's just a DNA marker that showed up in one study in a region of chromosome A when researchers were looking for links for absolute pitch. It's how true. Perfect pitch doesn't mean it's coming from one gene. It comes from many small genetic influences, hearing accuracy, brain plasticity, timing, etc. So it says summary, RS3057 is an SNP, not a gene, and it is mentioned online as a perfect pitch gene. That's an oversimplification bordering on misinformation. So whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. There's still not enough research. That is all I have to say about this. I'm just putting the facts out there and for you to take on. So whatever you think, please comment, subscribe, and thank you very much.